We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time to lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. Good morning, my friends. Not sure if you can see the sun coming in my window, but it's a wonderful sunny day here. Get outside, enjoy the sunlight, get that vitamin D from the sunlight. It's gorgeous today. Go for a walk, go for a bike ride, take out your skateboard, play some basketball, go to the park. Just remember to keep your distance from people and hopefully wear your mask if you're close to people. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, and how do you do? Good morning to Ken. Good morning to Jake. Good morning, Sophia. Good morning, Vanny. Good morning to Angela. Good morning, Pradeep. Good morning to Sandy. Good morning, Ashraf. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, and how do you do? How do you do is the same as saying, how are you feeling today? I hope you're feeling great. Look at this beautiful map of Canada. This painting is called Our Home and Native Land by Jennifer Adamiat from Smithers, BC. I absolutely love this painting. It really honors the 3 Indigenous groups that were the first people here in Canada. The First Nation, the Métis, and the Inuit. So I'd like to begin by acknowledging that we are hosted on the land of the Mississaugas of the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Wendat. And here around Lake Simcoe, where I walk, the sacred land of the Chippewa and Ojibwe. We also recognize the enduring presence of all First Nation, Métis, and Inuit peoples. So let's get my drum out. Actually, first, I think we should use this map to sing, "This land is your land, this land is my land, from Bonavista to Vancouver Island, from the Arctic Circle to the Great Lake waters. This land was made for you and me." There we go, let's get the drum out. I love the sun. Let the sun shine in, face it with a grin. Smilers never lose and frowners never win. So let the sun shine in, face it with a grin. Open up your heart and let the sun shine in. Let's do that one more time. It's about letting this sunshine into you. Let's get some vitamin D into you. So let the sun shine in, face it with a grin. Smilers never lose and frowners never win. So let the sun shine in, face it with a grin. Open up your heart and let the sun shine in. Oh, lovely sun, sun, lovely golden sun, please shine down on me. Oh, lovely sun, sun, lovely golden sun, hiding behind a tree. All of these students are asking you, please come out so we can play with you. Lovely sun, sun, lovely golden sun, please shine down on, please shine down on, please shine down on me. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help you every day. It will help in every way if you keep on the sunny side of life. How true is that? Keep on the sunny side of life. Keep your mood positive, happy, and you'll just feel better inside your body. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. And one other sunshine song, we've been doing weaving. I've been practicing some weaving with you. Paper, over, under, weaving. Weave, weave, weave me the sunshine out of the falling rain. Weave me the hope of a new tomorrow. Fill my cup again. Weave, weave, weave. I like the flowers, I like the daffodils, I like the mountains, I like the rolling hills, I like the fireside when the lights are low. Boom de-yada, boom de-yada, boom de-yada, boom 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 de-yada, boom de-yada, boom 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 boom. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. If I sing it high or low, if I sing it fast or slow, do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Clap your hands. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. If I sing it high or low, if I sing it fast or slow, do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Tap your head. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Good. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. If I sing it high or low, if I sing it fast or slow, do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Let's stretch up. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. If I sing it high or low, if I sing it fast or slow, do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Now I'm going to extend my arms out and in, out and in. Those are opposites. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. If I sing it high or low, if I sing it fast or slow, do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Let's try snapping. Snap, snap your fingers together. I snap with the middle finger and my thumb. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. If I sing it high or low, those are opposites, high and low. If I sing it fast or slow, those are opposites. Do what I'm doing, Follow, follow me. Let's do a few opposites together. I'm going to bring out this scarf that we have fun with. And in our class, everybody has their own scarf to play with. But today, you're just going to have to watch Miss Coulterman. It's a little bit up and a little bit down. A little bit up and a little bit down. A little bit up and a little bit down. And that's what makes the world go round. Shall we go faster? It's a little bit up and a little bit down, a little bit up and a little bit down, a little bit up and a little bit down, and that's what makes the world go round. Faster? Let's try it. It's a little bit up and a little bit down, a little bit up and a little bit down, a little bit up and a little bit down, and that's what makes the world go round. So that was up and down. Let's pretend this is a window and the scarf is going in and out of the window. Go in and out of the window. Go in and out of the window until we make a stop. I'm going to speed that up a little bit. I'm pretending this is somewhat of a window here. Go in and out of the window. Go in and out of the window. Go in and out of the window until we make a stop. So that's in and out, up and down. The bear went over the mountain. The bear went over the mountain. The bear went over the mountain to see what he could see. The bear went under the mountain. The bear went under the mountain. The bear went under the mountain to see what he could see. The bear went behind the mountain. The bear went behind the mountain. The bear went behind the mountain to see what he could see. The bear went in front of the mountain. The bear went in front of the mountain. The bear went in front of the mountain to see what he could see. The bear went above the mountain. The bear went above the mountain. The bear went above the mountain to see what he could see. The bear went below the mountain. The bear went below the mountain. The bear went below the mountain to see what he could see. Let's have a look at those opposites, or they're also called, when they're about directions, they're also called prepositions. In and out, up and down, over, under, in front, behind, push, pull, on or off. Students who can print in their journal, I want you to stop the video now, put it on pause, and I want you to print these opposites in your journal. You could just use the word opposites. In, out, up, down, over, under, in front, behind, push, pull, on, off. When it's about directions, it's also called a preposition. However, we've got lots of opposites in our lives. I'm indoors, that's outdoors. I'm near the camera, I'm far from the camera. Let's look at a few more opposites. Hot, hot and cold, opposites. A large tree, large or small. Loud, everyone's always joking Miss Coulterman is so loud. Or quiet. When I'm meditating, I can be really quiet. Hard, like a rock or soft like a marshmallow? Ice cream is smooth. Ice cream is smooth, but a tack that you hang up on the board is sharp. This gal is wet from her bathing suit. She's been in swimming, wet. But the desert is dry. So those are some opposites. In fact, I'm going to go to my sensory box because I think I've got some opposites in my sensory box today. Here's my rectangle box. I've got two things in here today. The first one is a liquid. A liquid. And of course, I want you to be practicing pouring liquids every day. Pour from a jug into a glass, pour some water. My liquid is turning into bubbles. Bubbles. I love bubbles. So my sensory box has some liquid bubbles. Bubbles are always fun, no matter what age you are. In fact, even at adult parties and weddings, they often have bubbles. They're blowing around the room. And the opposite of a liquid is a solid. A solid. So today I've got all these colored gems. I've got some clear ones, I've got some white ones, I've got some dark ones, and they're all solid. You can hear that. They're hard, solid. They don't really squish. They don't melt. They're not liquid. They can't really pour, except you can still have fun with them. You can feel them. You can practice your counting with them. Fill up your cups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can fill up your cups with them. Maybe you can fill cups all the way to number 20. That would be great. You can always fill up an egg carton. Every day I'm encouraging you to do something that has a dozen, 12, so that you get in the habit of counting. In case you work at a farm or a store, they often say, bring me a dozen pairs of socks, bring me a dozen bagels, a dozen eggs. And you can practice putting 12 in your egg carton for a dozen. So that was a liquid and a solid, and they're opposites. Okay. We're gonna clap, clap all over this land. We're gonna clap, clap all over this land. We're gonna clap, clap all over this land. We're gonna clap all over this land. Roll your arms. This gets a little tricky. We're gonna roll, roll all over this land. We're gonna roll, roll all over this land. We're gonna roll, roll all over this land. We're gonna roll all over this land. Now we're gonna stretch from the side and up for stretching. 2 steps. We're gonna stretch, stretch, good for you, all over this land. We're gonna stretch, stretch, all over this land. We're gonna stretch, stretch, all over this land. We're gonna stretch all over this land. Shake it out a little bit. We're gonna roll, roll all over this land. We're gonna roll, roll all over this land. We're gonna roll, roll all over this land. We're gonna roll all over this land. Let me bring out my tambourine. You can clap. Ole, 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 ole. Ole, ole. Keep clapping. Ole, 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 ole. Ole, leg. Ole, 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 ole. Keep going. Ole, 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 ole. Ole, ole. Stretch it out. Ole, 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 ole. Ole, ole. Ole, 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 ole. Ole, ole. Let's wave like a waving flag. Ole, 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 ole. Ole, ole. Keep going. Ole, 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 ole. Ole, ole. Clap your hands. Let's go faster. Ole, 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 ole. Ole, ole. Ole, 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 ole. Ole, ole. Now the opposite of fast is to go slow. Ole, clap. Ole, ole, ole. Ole, ole. Ole, 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 ole. Ole, ole. Good for you. I'm in the mood for singing. Hey, how about you? I'm in the mood for singing. Hey, how about you? I'm in the mood for singing, singing along with you. Hey, hey, what do you say? I'm in the mood for that today. Hey, hey, what do you say? I'm in the mood for that. Now we're going to hum. So you put your lips together. I'm in the mood for humming. I'm in the mood for humming. I'm in the mood for humming. Good for you, keeping your lips together. Let's try whistling. Now, I'm not a great whistler, but it's good for your lip closure, bringing your lips together like this. I'm in the mood for whistling. Hey, how about you? Try it with me. I'm in the mood for whistling. Good for you. Good for trying. I think whistling is a dying art. You don't hear people whistling anymore, and there should be more whistling. My father whistled, whistled, whistled every day of his life. You would hear him around the house doing tasks, doing jobs. He'd be whistling in perfect pitch. I always admired his whistling because I can't whistle. But I can do lots of other things. And that's the thing about life. Some people are good at something, and other people are good at something else, and I'm good at something else. We all have something different that we shine at. But the main thing is to just keep shining and keep trying. I keep trying new things also. Except roller coasters, my friend. I'm not going on a roller coaster. Okay. Oh, I know. I'm going to get this one out. Oops. Sorry, my friends. I wanted to show you the sequencing. The other day we were talking a lot about sequencing. Sequence is putting things in order. First, second, third, fourth, possibly fifth, sixth, seventh. Putting things in order. And the best example for sequencing is to look at the life cycle of a butterfly. And right now, I think you're going to start to see butterflies coming out in our community. This is called the butterfly life cycle. So first, they lay the eggs. A butterfly lays its eggs, and actually they lay their eggs underneath a leaf so that birds won't come and take them, or they won't get blown off the leaf. So they actually put their eggs on the bottom of a leaf, underneath. There's on top and there's underneath. They're on top and below. And soon a caterpillar called a larva comes out of the egg. And the caterpillar's main job is to eat everything. Eat all the leaves around till it gets bigger, bigger, bigger. And then it's ready to build its own house called a chrysalis, a pupa. So the caterpillar becomes a chrysalis, a pupa, this beautiful little home. Some call it a cocoon, a chrysalis. What happens next? Well, the butterfly is in there. The caterpillar is inside, and it's just resting. It's just taking it easy until it starts to come out of the chrysalis, and it learns to flap its wings. Oh, and it becomes a beautiful butterfly. I absolutely love butterflies. I think they're beautiful. So let's look at that as a sequence. 1, what happened first? What happened second? What happened third? What happened fourth? First, it was first it laid its eggs. Then it was a caterpillar and it ate lots of food. Third, it became a chrysalis, the home or the cocoon for the caterpillar. And fourth, it became a butterfly. First, second, third, fourth. And that's the order, or we call it the sequence, the order. Put things in order. We've been talking a little bit about zoo animals. I think next week we'll probably look at it a little bit more, because lots of baby animals are being born at the zoo right now. One, the zoo is lots of fun. Two, see a kangaroo. Three, see a chimpanzee. Four, hear the lions roar. Five, watch the seals dive. Six, there's monkeys doing tricks. Ooh, ah. Seven, count the elephants 11 with their big trunks. Eight, a tiger and his mate. Nine, penguins in a line. 10, I want to come again. People love going to the zoo, and soon, when things loosen up a little bit, we'll be able to go back to the zoo. When we go to the zoo, there's a variety of animals we see, but 2 special types of animals are the ones that you see in the savanna, this dry savanna of Africa. So one type of animals live on a savanna, like giraffes, elephants, zebras, lions, cheetah, tiger, a hippo, a rhinoceros. They all live on the savanna, a very, very dry land in Africa. And you can see the occasional tree, but mainly very, very dry land. And the other animals you see a lot at the zoo are jungle animals or rainforest animals. This is completely different than the dry savanna. This one is very, very wet. Lots of trees, lots of very tall trees, lots of plants. And the jungle or rainforest has beautiful birds, a toucan bird and a orangutan, a gorilla, beautiful butterflies and monkeys and snakes and alligators and crocodiles. So there's the savanna, which is dry, and the rainforest or jungle that is very wet. And they have different animals living in two different places. One more song, my friends. Yesterday I was telling you, and I'm going to do it again. This song is To Mary Had a Little Lamb. That all animals have some kind of covering. Miss Coulterman has skin. Some animals have fur. Some animals have feathers. Some animals have a home on their back, which is a shell, like a turtle or a tortoise. And some animals have scales, like fish. Animals have coverings, coverings, coverings. Animals have coverings, help them to survive. Bears have lots of thick, soft fur, thick, soft fur, thick, soft fur. Bears have lots of thick, soft fur to help them stay safe and warm. Birds have feathers all around, all around, all around. Birds have feathers all around just to help them fly. Turtles have a hard shell on their back, on their back, on their back. Turtles have a hard shell on their back. They like to call it home. So when they go in their house, they just pop their head and their legs inside into their house. Fish are covered in shiny scales, shiny scales, shiny scales. Fish are covered in shiny scales just to help them swim. And I hope very soon we'll be able to swim again. We all miss going to the swimming pool, don't we? This year we didn't get to swim at our school in the pool, and that was such a different kind of year. And I look forward to my lake here, Lake Simcoe, so that I can go swimming every morning and perhaps go out in my kayak, or my canoe. Let's see, let's sing a river song, or first a water song. Listen to the water, listen to the water, rolling down the river. Listen to the water, listen to the water, rolling down the river. And indeed, try to get near some water. Go to a river or a creek, a stream, a lake. It's so healthy for your body to be near water. You can't go in the water just yet because it's cold and it's very fast moving. So if you go in the river, the current will take you away. So you have to be safe near water. What's another water song that I love? Oh, I know. The boat goes down the river. It takes me to my home. The boat goes down the river. It takes me to my home. Yeah, in some countries, some people, when they're traveling from place to place, they go by a boat. We're kind of different than that, in that you take your school bus to school. We drive around in our cars or our vans. We drive around in the TTC, in the subway, or on the buses. But in some countries, students will go by boat to get to school. That's kind of cool. Look what I brought again. My black socks. Just a reminder, when you're doing the laundry, it's your job to match the socks that are the same color, match them, make a hole at the top with one of the socks, stretch it out to make a big hole, and push the socks inside. You can do that at your house, my friends. You can match the socks and then roll them together. Black socks, they never get dirty. The longer you wear them, the stronger they get. Sometimes I think I should wash them, but something keeps telling me, oh no, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. Black socks, they never get dirty. The longer you wear them, the stronger they get. Sometimes I think I should wash them, but something keeps telling me, oh no, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. I have one more song that I wanted to sing, and I sang it a few weeks ago about many people who have jobs that are out on the ocean. They're out in boats, possibly a rowboat with a big, long paddle. They might be fishermen, they might be crabbing, they might be getting lobster. They maybe some of them take a boat out to an oil rig. There's probably lots of different jobs out on the ocean. Oh, I hear my dog barking. But this song is about a man who has been working out on the ocean for a very long time. And he's decided he is going to retire. He's not going to be working anymore. So he decides he's going to march inland with his oar, which is the paddle he uses for his boat. And he's going to march in from the shore. And when someone says, what's that crazy thing you've got around you? And they don't know what an oar is or a paddle, then he knows in his mind he'll never go to sea again. I'm marching inland from the shore. Over my shoulder I'm carrying an oar. When someone asks me, what is that funny thing you've got? I know I'll never go to sea no more, no more. I know I'll never go to sea no more. Try it with me. I'm marching inland from the shore. Over my shoulder I'm carrying an oar. When someone asks me, what is that funny thing you've got? I know I'll never go to sea no more, no more. I know I'll never go to sea no more. And just for all the students who are working on the S sound, let's try a sailor went to sea, to see what he could see. And all that he could see was the bottom of the deep blue sea. Let's try it again, making that S like a snake. A sailor went to sea, to see what he could see. And all that he could see was the bottom of the deep blue sea. A sea is another name for an ocean. We'll be talking about oceans in June because that's one of our themes for the month of June. All things on earth shall pass under the sky, but music alone shall live. Music alone shall live. Music alone shall live and never die. Keep the music going, my friends. Listen to some music, sing, hum, whistle, dance, relax to music. Keep the music going, my friends. Let's do some breathing. Breathe it in and out. In and out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. That's good. Another shape. Oh, look. A triangle. Triangle has 3 sides. Breathe it in. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And blow it out. Let's try a rectangle. Breathe it in. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And blow it out. Let's try a square. Breathe it in. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And blow it out. Let's try a heart. Breathe it in. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And blow it out. And last one. Let's do a rhombus or a diamond. It has 4 sides. Breathe it in. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And blow it out. I want to show you some of these shapes in signs that I found. These are signs that you might see out and about in the community. This one says work zone, and it's a rhombus or a triangle. And you kind of know if you see this sign that says a work zone, or it's often an orange color, be very careful, because you know that there are people working in that community, perhaps some construction workers or some road workers. And with your bicycle, for example, you don't want to go close to there. You don't want to get hurt. Here's a square. This square shape tells us it's okay to walk. Shapes are all around us. Here's another square. You're right. It's to tell you where the washroom is when you're out in the community. The square. Here's another square. A square with an H. You're right. If you have to go to the hospital, you're looking for the big letter H in a blue square. That will tell you that's where the hospital is. Here's another square. 4 sides, and it's a blue sign. Either you're looking for this sign so that you could use the ramps or the special parking that you need, or if you see this sign and you don't need that spot, it's good that you're not parking there. So there's 2 ways we could use this sign. For some of us, it helps you to find the ramps that you need, or the elevators that you need, or perhaps a good parking spot for you, a convenient spot. And for others, it means let's leave that space for somebody else who really needs it. Here's something you might recognize. It's a rectangle. And all over Toronto you see these signs. It says bike route. We have these signs everywhere now in Toronto because there's special routes just for riding your bike. You don't have to be on the road where the vehicles are. You can be just in the bike lane. Here's another shape. Circle with a crisscross in the middle for a railway, railroad. My suggestion, my friends, is stay away from a railroad. That's not a safe place to be. If you see this round sign with the RR with the cross, crisscross, don't go near it. Don't go ride your bike around there. Don't go hiking or playing around there or walking. It's not safe. Keep yourself safe. Here's another special sign. School crossing. It's usually yellow. And look. 5 sides for this part of the sign. And it's a special zone just for students walking across the street so that they can cross safely. You're pretty much all familiar with a red octagon, 8 sides, is a stop sign. So for example, if you're walking a sidewalk and you see the stop sign, you know you're going to have to look in all directions before you walk across. Here's another circle. Do not enter. If you see that sign, that means don't go in there. Do not enter. Here's one if you live in an apartment building, or if you're at the mall, or maybe even in our school we have these signs. Fire exit. It's a rectangle, and it tells you where you can go to get out of the building. It will give you an arrow to tell you how you can get out safely out of the building. And here's something, if you're living in an apartment, for example, here's a rectangle that tells you where you can push the button if you are in a fire, or if you smell smoke, or if there's a fire in your apartment. This symbol, this sign, shows you where you can go and push for the fire alarm. And here's 2 rectangles. 1, 2. One says open, one says closed. Sometimes if you're going to a certain store, it might be open or it might be closed. A lot of stores right now are closed. And the last sign I want to show you, not necessarily because it's a shape, but it is a shape. It looks like it's sort of an oval shape and a circle, is the Wi-Fi zone. And most of you who have cell phones, this is good for you, because then wherever you are, maybe you're at a mall, maybe you're at a movie theater, maybe you're at a store, you can find a zone where you can use your Wi-Fi so that it's free and you don't have to use your data. So those are some signs that we see out in the community. Homework. I want you to continue in your math booklet. It's your responsibility this week to get the entire math book completed this week. It's your responsibility. Work at your own pace. There's lots of things to count and to do in this booklet. So finish your whole math booklet this week. Here's another good homework project. I just put some numbers on some cards. But you can use paper, you can use cardboard, you could use, for example, the box from cereal. You know, the cereal box is a great piece of cardboard, and why waste it? You could use it for practicing with clothespins, or if you don't have clothespins, maybe you have paper clips. Whatever number you see, I want you to put that number on. 1, 2 go on, and then 2 go off. 1, 2. And then go to a different number. Number 15. Let's do it, my friends. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, let me get another one. That one was broken. 9, 10, 11. It's getting heavy. 12, 13, 14, one more, 15. I added 15 to my card, and then take them off. So that's an activity you can do at your house. Here's the sequence for days of the week. This is the order. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And today is, you're right, Wednesday. So if today is Wednesday, tomorrow will be Thursday. Good for you. And yesterday has already gone by. Yesterday was Tuesday. Good for you. So today is Wednesday. Typically we do cooking on a Wednesday in our class. But unfortunately we're not together in class right now. Wednesday, and the month is May. Let's sing the months of the year. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. And the number is 12 of 2021. So I have 12 zebras on my calendar. However, I also want to count them as ordinal numbers by adding th, well, st or th. So for example, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th. Today is the 12th. So I use a th. So Wednesday, May 12th. And yesterday I was saying that today is the beginning of Eid for our friends who are honoring Ramadan. But actually, Miss Seda corrected me that tomorrow, which is the 13th, they will celebrate Eid. Eid al-Fitr. And look, he's drumming on a drum. Looks like a fun celebration to me if there's drums involved. So tomorrow we will honor their special day of Eid. Let's take a sip of the water. I've been forgetting to do that. Yesterday, I showed you in the sensory box some rocks. And I think rocks are a great thing for you to be collecting. If you're out at the park or at the side of, sometimes around the edges of the park, or maybe near the side of a riverbank or a stream or a creek, or walking through the woods, find some rocks and collect your own jar. This is just a plastic container of rocks. I think they're so much fun. First of all, you can use this as a weight for practicing lifting. Lift it in your left hand, lift it in your right hand, lift it overhead, lift it down. So practice lifting heavy things. And you can also use them for painting. Remember a few weeks back, we painted some rocks, and they're fun to use as paperweights. So lifting the rocks, or here's another one. If you've got laundry detergent at your house. Now, I don't use this laundry detergent. I use just a little strip. It's about this size. And I put it in my laundry. But this one I got from someone's recycling. And every day, I want you to be practicing pouring water. Pour water into cups to practice pouring, so that when you get to the laundry, when you're ready to do your laundry, you're ready to pour, pour, pour. And I keep my eyes on it and pour it to the top and stop. And then put it into the laundry machine. I'm just going to put that aside for now. Okay. Another thing we talked about are some of the rules for when you're cooking. You might be working in a restaurant or in a food court or at Tim Hortons or at a coffee shop. Number one, you're probably going to see a sign like this at work or even in your own kitchen. Number one rule, wash your hands. Number two rule, if you have to cough, cover your cough and then go and wash. If you covered it with your hands, go and wash. Wash your hands. Or if you sneezed into a Kleenex, put the Kleenex in the garbage and then go and wash your hands. These are important rules for when you're at work and when you're at home. Wash your hands, cover your cough, and if you are working with food, either at your house or at your job, make sure your mouth is closed so that you're not spitting or drooling. Right now I'm talking a lot, so spit comes out of my mouth. And if I were cooking with food, I don't want that spit to go in the food. Now this week I've also been showing you really cool instruments that we like to look at, or use rather, in the kitchen. Number one, you all have some tongs at your house, and I like you practicing picking up things with the tongs. Especially fruits and vegetables, you can practice picking them up. A vegetable masher. Doesn't that look funny with a zigzag on it? Zigzag like a kangaroo. Mash, mash, mash your potatoes or mash your carrots. Mash your turnip. This is a vegetable masher. And that's a good activity for you, by the way, is if your family have made potatoes, you can help mash the potatoes. Here's something I like to use if I'm making perhaps eggs. Just a moment, something got stuck here. If I'm making something with a liquid like eggs, I use a whisk. It makes it really, really fluffy. Or if you're making whipped cream, Now, if you're working with dry products like flour, sugar, baking soda, those are really hard to move with a whisk. So you probably want a spoon, but a whisk is good for eggs or milk or whipped cream, things that have a liquid. Here's another pair of tongs. I know we practice this a lot in our class, picking up meat or picking up vegetables and putting it on your own plate, serving. I'd like you to practice using the tongs at your house. Yesterday I showed you a grater. You always have to be careful with a grater. You hold it with one hand and you grate your cheese or your carrots, your cabbage, but you have to keep your hands a safe distance away. If you get your hand too close, it will cut you. And you always go from the top to the bottom and back to the top, top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom. Those are opposites, top and bottom. So grate some cheese or grate some carrots. Here's something else we looked at yesterday, and we use this all the time in our program at school. You hold your potato or your carrot, your cucumber, and again, you grate down. From the top, you can grate down, down, down. If you go up, you're going to hurt your fingers. So you slide down to peel something with your peeler. Something else I wanted to show you today is this. I call it a scraper. Maybe it has a different name. Probably chefs have a very fancy name for it, but I like to call it a scraper. And a scraper is really good if you've been working, for example, if you've been making cookies or a cake and you've been working in a big bowl like this. I love metal bowls because you can hold it with one hand. It's lightweight. And I use my scraper. Let's say I made a cake, and then I can scrape the last little bit out. I can scrape it out with my scraper. So that's a handy tool to have in the kitchen. And when we get back to school, we'll be using all of these various utensils, I call them. Utensils, cooking utensils. Now, voila, here's the one for today. You got it, a can opener. Sometimes it's a little tricky. Sometimes it's hard to get used to it, isn't it? We've worked on this a lot at school, and I think you should continue working on it at your house. So today I have a can of soup. Looks like I'm going to be having soup for lunch today. It's hard to do this without a table, but I'm going to push it down at the edge. And it's better to do this on a counter and slide it around. I'm turning this knob around. It's going to drop on my lap until you go all the way around. Then you're finished with the can opener. Now watch Miss Coulterman. This part is really sharp. This is the part I want you to be careful with. You have to try to get that lid off or bend it back. I'm going to bend it back. And then I'm ready to make my soup. So every day, try practicing with a can opener, okay? Looks like I'm having soup today for lunch. Another thing we've been looking at lately are some different artists. And I want to show you a few of them, just to recap. Remember this wonderful Russian artist, Kandinsky. And you might recall he loves to do art with various colors and circles inside of circles. That's a Kandinsky. Let's see what's next. Vincent van Gogh is a Dutch artist, and he made a beautiful, famous painting, Starry Night. He made a painting of himself, and he liked to paint with sunflowers a lot. The next artist is Pablo Picasso from Spain. And remember, he likes to work a lot with different shapes. I see triangles and hearts and circles. And also, it's okay in a Picasso picture if the lines don't match up, if the nose is crooked, if the mouth is crooked. It's okay. That's how he did his paintings. Another artist who likes to use shapes is Henri Matisse, a French artist. And look how he liked to use circles and spirals and triangles and rectangles and squares, all different shapes. Oh, here's a Swiss-German painter. His name is Paul Klee, and he really used shapes. Triangles, and circles, squares, and rectangles. Lots of shapes in his work. And yesterday, I introduced you to a Mexican painter, Frida. That's what she's best known as. Her name is Frida. And she loved to paint beautiful paintings of her own face. She also painted flowers and trees and all sorts of animals. But she often liked to paint her own face and her hair up with flowers in her hair. So that's Frida. And today, my friends, I want to introduce you to Andy Warhol. This is Andy Warhol, and he's from the United States. And his kind of art was called pop art, or popular, the most popular art of its time. Pop art. Not pop like a soda pop. Pop as in popular art of its time. And these are some, oh look, there's the tomato can. I have for lunch today tomato soup. He made a painting of tomato soup and made it very popular. He made a painting of Coca-Cola and made it very popular. He also did a painting, 6 faces of a beautiful actress, Marilyn Monroe, a very famous actress. He just repeated her face 6 times, and that became popular art. So that's Andy Warhol. So I thought today I'm going to try making my own version of an Andy Warhol painting. So I've got a turquoise, a purple, a green, a yellow, an orange, and a fuchsia or a pink. And I'm going to try, this is going to be a little bit messy here, my friends, but I'm going to give it a try. I've got black paint. I think I'm going to have to take off my jewelry, my dad's wedding band, my ring, just so that I don't get the paint on my jewelry. I'm going to put black paint all around on a paper plate. And this is fun too, even spraying the paint on there is fun to do. And I think I'm going to create, like Andy Warhol did, 6 pictures of the same thing. I'm taking off all this jewelry now so that it doesn't dip in the paint. There we go. So first, I've got my black paint and I'm going to spread it around a little bit so that it gets all over my hand. Okay. And then I'm going to do 1 I need a little more paint. 2. Ooh, what a mess. 3, 4, 5, 6. Just like Andy Warhol did 6 of the same picture, I did 6 of my hand. There's my Andy Warhol. I've always taught you that even though these artists are inspiring us, you make it your own. You do it yourself and you make it your own kind of picture. Now that is one messy hand, isn't it? But I can wash it off later. There we go. I hope I don't get it on this story. I'm about to read you a funny story to end the day. This is a book I got for Mother's Day from my granddaughters. The Grinny Granny Donkey. I'm going to try not to use that hand that's all black. The Grinny Granny Donkey. Sometimes when we think about older people, their teeth can come out and they have false teeth like this. Sometimes their teeth come out and they have false teeth. So let's see what happens to this donkey. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath, which is this big field of grass, the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. And then whenever you hear the word false teeth, you say hee-haw. Try it together. Hee-haw. But her teeth kept falling out. She was a clunky donkey. A clunky donkey. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Hee-haw! But her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favorite brew and dunk her biscuits in it too. She was a dunky, drinky, clunky donkey. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Hee-haw! But her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favorite brew, dunk her biscuits in it too, and fall asleep in the afternoon sun. She was a zonky, dunky, drinky, clunky donkey. That is too cute. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Hee-haw! But her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favorite brew, dunk her biscuits in it too, fall asleep in the afternoon sun, then go for walks with her jewelry on, like Miss Coulterman likes to wear all her jewelry. She was a clinky clanky zonky, dunky drinky clunky donkey. Oh boy. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Hee-haw! But her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favorite brew, dunk her biscuits in it too, fall asleep in the afternoon sun, go for walks with her jewelry on. And she always dressed smartly. She was a swanky, clinky, clanky, zonky, dunky, drinky, clunky donkey. That's fantastic. What a great story and a great donkey. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Hee-haw, good for you. But her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favorite brew, dunk her biscuits in it too, fall asleep in the afternoon sun, go for walks with her jewelry on, dress smartly, and she played her banjo. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me, for I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. That's the only banjo song I can think of right now. She was a plunky, plinky, swanky, clinky, clanky, sonky, dunky, drinky, clunky donkey. That's great. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Hee-haw. But her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favorite brew, dunk her biscuits in it too, fall asleep in the afternoon sun, and go for walks with her jewelry on. She dressed so smartly and played her banjo to relax. But she hadn't had a visit from her family in a while. She would sometimes get grumpy and cranky. She was a granky, plunky, plinky, swanky, clinky, clanky, zonky, dunky, drinky, clunky, donkey. That's a lot to say. Wow. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Hee-haw. But her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favorite brew, dunk her biscuits in it too, fall asleep in the afternoon sun, go for walks with her jewelry on, dress smartly, played her banjo to relax, and sometimes she got grumpy and cranky. But when her son, Wonky, turned up with her cute granddaughter, Dinky, that granky granny donkey got so many cuddles and kisses that she couldn't get the smile off her face for weeks. And I know that feeling. When my grandchildren come to visit, oh, I have a big smile and my heart is so full of love. She was a grinny, granny, plunky, plinky, swanky, clinky, clanky, zonky, dunky, drinky, clunky, donkey. Oh boy, she was one active donkey. Well, thank you, friends, for joining me today. Get out in the sunlight. It's so beautiful. I got to go wash my hand, my Andy Warhol hand. Friends, I will remember you. I'll think of you. I'll play with you. And when another day is through, I'll still be friends with you. Goodbye, friends. Create joy today.